It's a subject we come back to on Inside Business more and more, the environment and green issues in the world of business today. Well, electricity bills in Dubai have jumped in some cases by up to 66% for some commercial and residential property owners who failed to take energy-saving measures a year ago. In 2008, Dubai Electricity and Water Authority introduced a new tariff structure aimed at encouraging energy consumers to use less power by charging more for it. Well, Dubai is one of the cities with the highest per person consumption in the world today. The Emirate of Sharjah is stepping up its environmental and energy-saving aspirations by launching BIA. James Hartnell is with us today to tell us more. Thanks for coming in, James.
Thank you.
So what exactly is BIA?
BIA is a public-private partnership that was set up under a Miri decree from the ruler of Sharjah. Major stakeholders are the government of Sharjah, the ruling family, and there is private business as well.
Now, how does the environmental aspect come into this?
It was identified that there was a very fractured method of looking after the environment, not just from, say, waste management or energy reduction, like as you were saying there, but also research, study. There were very little figures to work from, and the increase in growth of the Emirate demanded that something had to be done.
It's interesting that Sharjah is sort of taking a lead in this aspect.
I think that Sharjah has shown very sustainable growth in the way that the country has actually developed over the boom period of, say, the last 4 or 5 years. And being a slightly smaller city or smaller emirates can actually if we can put these places put into place now, we can really make the difference.
Now, let's talk about what we're doing wrong and then see how we can put things right. What can businesses, for a start, be doing more to help the environment?
First of all, they can engage environmental issues into any of their CSR programs. They can start with the real basics, which is where we're starting with the whole Emirates. Basic recycling of paper. We do have commercial recycling facilities that we can put in. We can educate their staff and we'll come and collect it. We'll make life as easy as possible for them. We'd also like them to take part and be ambassadors and peers to other industrial and commercial companies and influence them as well.
Now, Sharjah, it's been said, and BIA wants to be the largest operator of this in not only the UAE, but in the Arab world. How is this being achieved?
It's being achieved through a lot of careful consideration to ensure that we get it right first time. One of the reasons why BIA works very, very well is fully integrated from A to Z with every single aspect, so we can control with our team of experts exactly how we implement, develop and then take out to the public, to industry and to the government. We've already had extreme interest from other governments within the region, other countries, asking can we actually introduce what we do to BIA, to their countries, and we can, but it has to be A to Z. You can't take one thing. If we have someone ask, could we take your recycling facilities that you have around the Corniche in Sharjah? And I said yes, but only if you build the recycling facility that can handle this when it comes through. But to build that, you need to do the education to make sure they use the receptacles right in the first place. It has to be A to Z all the way through.
Has the backing got to come from the private sector or the government?
It has to come from everywhere. It really, really is simple. The environment affects us in the way that we live, where we live and how we live, where we work, where our kids grow up, where our parents live. It's absolutely everything, and it is from waste management to air pollution, energy consumption. Everything has to be read in one big go.
At the moment, a lot of the rubbish we throw out it's through choice if we recycle it. Should there be laws in place? Some, saying that you'll be fined if you don't, in a sense.
I think that's a very good question, and BR has been empowered with researching, writing, and enforcing legislation. And it's not just down to the personal person littering or doing whatever. Or industry creating toxic waste, etc., and everything else. Yes, we will bring in legislation. There are people we know just simply don't care, and that's what the law will be there for.
James, how important are conferences? Because there's been a big one recently in Abu Dhabi.
Yes. Again, as I said, at every single level, it's education. If the conferences and trade shows and everything else can actually provide the vehicles to educate more people, it was proven, as I said, with governments coming to us and saying, we need to have you. We don't have the expertise. We don't know exactly how to do this sort of thing. Can we please use your expertise, your business model, and actually bring it over and help?
What about making recycling more available in these apartment blocks throughout the cities?
We have implemented pilot programs with residential towers. A very scary figure, one tower, 6 weeks, 2,800 kilos of paper.
It's a lot of work to be done.
It's a lot of work to be done.
Well, James Hartnell, thank you very much for coming in today. I appreciate that.
It's a pleasure.
Thanks a lot. Well, there we are. That's it for this edition of Inside Business. You can contact the programme by writing to us at ib@city7tv.com. For now, from all of us on the business desk, goodbye and have a good weekend.